Hey, Dave Knight here, 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Today is Wednesday. It's June 22nd, 2022. I've already taken my trades. I have 3 trades on, plus 59 ticks. I was playing around the sim account again with trying to click that middle mouse button again. That's the best place to test things, obviously, is in your sim instead of your evaluation and PA account, right? So obviously this number is irrelevant because it's fake money anyway. I guess they're both fake money right now, to be honest, right? EA account is sim anyway. But it gets you one step closer to going back to PA, right? So 51088 looks like net liquidation value right now. And my account high says 51101. Bring that over. And you can see the auto liquidate threshold value sitting at 48,601. So I'm up roughly what 1,101 bucks, or roughly was that 101 ticks. Target is 53,000 inside of 10 trading days. So I'm once along again on the way. Today was day 3 for me. I had 2 days in. Let me just edit that part of the video out. Let me see here. I was at the 2-minute mark. We need to do some cut and pasting there. All right. So anyway, long story short, I edited that out. You didn't need to know that. Something about the spreadsheet. Didn't need to know anything there. Lee was kind enough to share a spreadsheet. Didn't want to share his name though. Anyway, long story short, I'm at 2 days. Yesterday I was up 51 ticks, or 510 bucks, right? Right there, 510. Today I'm at 1,101. Can't even 101. So plus 100 and whatever. It is what it is right now. So my mind is there, but it's not there, right? So we're doing good. We're moving towards target again. I actually caught the trade earlier today. This was actually, I got it before this went to 70. I caught it on this move right here at 12.12, and I caught my move in there. I actually came in at this, I added here, and I took 3 contracts in and came out at plus 59 ticks. You can see the crossover and whatnot that I was using. Hopefully you can. If not, I'm getting ready to. So here is the area that I saw some value in and took a shot at it, and of course it came back and ran me out. But that's not before I ended up getting my 59 ticks. And so any day that I get above 50 is a winning day. I like this setup over here too, but I did not catch it. This one is a little bit better actually. Not sure if I had stayed in it. Most likely would have been knocked out again on the retracement move back up here to 106.60. And I don't know if I would have caught this move at all. I do like this kind of move though. It is a nice setup. If I had to say that of the setups, which one was the best, it's actually this one here. You have a 1, 2, 3 down, and you have a nice setup here. So see it setting up. Everything's looking good on your technicals. The next high is not high as the prior high on your Williams percent R or on the MACD. It's a nice setup there. I did not catch this move, but that was a really good setup. Maybe if I'd have waited at a 1 o'clock mark, it would have been even more profit here. Instead of 59 ticks, maybe it would have been plus 100 or more. I know it went to 1.5p today from the 106.70 line. So 1.5p today was 105.56. The low actually came in at 105.29 on that, on this move right in this area right here before the retracement. Like to trade in short bursts and windows. I looked at it I came in a little on the early side today. Ideally, this is probably the best setup that I see right now. If I didn't actually, looking at after the fact, here's a really nice setup, right? Beautiful setup. Even taking it at your sell. This is where I used to take trades at on the crossover breakdown there. So that was a really nice setup there. You can see that everything's looking good. Technically speaking, volume's not really helping you though, but it's a nice, really nice setup there. Now, as far as what we were talking about yesterday, it's a 15-minute chart. It's better to see on a 60-minute chart right now. We talked about what I believed was a valid Fibonacci extension yesterday in yesterday's video, and you can see that the extension actually comes into play before the opportunity to trade it. Now, I guess you could have caught it a little bit at the 9 o'clock, or if you're an earlier trader, the overnights is a beautiful setup there, right? We're looking at the 1, 2, 3 setup prior to this. I don't think I can. Why can't I move that? Anyway, so long story short, you can see the 1, 2, 3 setup. The extension that we put on the charts yesterday, this is the 100% mark, right around the 101 area, right? Went to about 101.5 before coming off that low. Really nice setup there. We talked about that yesterday, so go back to yesterday's video if you want to see me talk about what I believe was going to happen. We were talking about 120 before, or excuse me, 100 before 120 is what I was talking about, or hitting the Fibonacci extension. So the 101 to 100 level, we were talking about that 102, 100 level, roughly hitting that extension line, getting close to 100%. Now that, to me, in my humble opinion, this is close enough to hit the 100% extension that I would have been more than happy to get out on this first upswing bar where you see this hammer. So this hammer forming on the 60-minute chart would have been more than enough for me to want to get out of this trade here once it closed above that hammer. I mean, excuse me, once the market went above the hammer on the high here, I'd have been more than happy to get out if I would have run that whole line. Technically speaking. So what did I write with notes? Crude oil market setting up for a run for the lows. Crude oil did go down to the Fibonacci extension, or very close to it. I had plus 59 ticks on 3 trades. I wrote down high of 106.68 when I was trading, and it went to a 106.71. I got out before it made that move there, though. It did go past the 1.5p on my charts, which I had listed at 105.56. We had a low of 105.29. 2p today is 105.18. So if I was still trading, I'd be looking perhaps at that level. It's not looking as good as it was prior. This is your hourly chart. And you got your 50% extension, or excuse me, 50%. We'd have to actually plug that in again. So let's get rid of, actually let's get rid of both. And we got an extension, we got a Fibonacci retracement that we want to worry with now anyway. Let's remove all drawing objects. And I'd like to get a Fibonacci retracement on the charts now, because that's more applicable at this point than than what was past, right? Past is past. We're trying to trade in the present. So our present is telling us that 50% is roughly this level. So we could possibly retrace back into the 109 range. It might even, I doubt it happens today, but stranger things have happened, right? So that's kind of the marching orders I got for the day. I don't see myself trading again today. I'm at plus 59 ticks. I'm sitting at 51.088 right now. My account high is at 51.101. I'm real close to the account high again. Actually, I'm just writing down everything right now because that's what I do. Plus 59, plus 59 ticks on 3 trades. Like what I see, I print my spreadsheet off, and pretty much call it a day. So I'm gonna call it a day here. I think that one setup we looked at earlier was a really valid setup. I mean, if I was going to trade, this would have been the one that I'd have grabbed and taken it to 1.5p, and I'd been more than happy to grab plus 100 ticks on 2 contracts today. If I could have been lucky enough to trade that, that would have been the best trade setup. It's looking like we might run. We've hit the extension. We took the shot to the down retracement. Looks like the market is trying to run itself back to the 109 level right now. So that might be where we are. Obviously, the market can do whatever it wants in the last 30 minutes of trading, last 45 minutes of trading roughly right now. I'm glad that I got my profit out of the market already, and I don't need to worry with it. So we're going to wrap it up here. This is Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Oh, by the way, I want to thank Lee. I need to cut out that part of the video again. So he actually updated his spreadsheet for me. So now it seems to be working the way it's supposed to. I plugged that number in there too, though. But 51.101, this seems to be working now. 47.5, he's changed this number. 48.601, $2,500 drawdown on the 50K. So the 100% line is what you're looking at right now, right? So now you have your 12.5, your 25%, your 50% drawdown, brings it to 49,851 now. So this is all working a lot. Anyway, so it's working like it should. So I don't think I would have ever. I would have allowed myself a lot more. 51.0101 to 57.89, 50. Right, roughly in the 25% drawdowns where I would think that I'd start getting concerned, roughly into hopefully less than 50%, 49,851. So we'll keep playing with that spreadsheet, seeing how I like it and see how we can work with it. But I do like the idea of knowing where that balance is. I think I need to have, no, and you can look at, let me bring this over. When your net liquidation value actually keeps up to date with what's going on here. So you got 51.088, so 51.0101, you can look and see where you're drawing down to as your trade is progressing. So that's kind of interesting to know. All right, so I have my RMP. This is what I use. All right, so let's edit that out of my video and call it a day. Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video I put together. Bye for now. Where is the stop button? There you are.